This is Valley News Live at noon.
New at noon, the city of West Fargo has a new assistant police chief after an investigation led to the sudden resignation of the previous person in that post. Pete Nielsen is now serving as the assistant chief. He started with the department in 1999 and also served in the U.S. Air Force. Nielsen follows Jerry Boyer, who was placed on leave in August and then resigned in October. Valley News Live obtained investigative documents that said Boyer created a hostile environment and embarrassed or intimidated other employees. Also new at noon, Officer Tim Brown has returned home. West Fargo Police Department posted an update to Officer Brown's condition, saying that he visited the department yesterday and is now with his family. According to the West Fargo PD, Officer Brown expressed gratitude for the support of the department and the community. Brown suffered a heart attack on August 31st, and he has spent the last 2 weeks receiving specialized treatment in a Nebraska hospital. He'll continue his rehabilitation locally. Well, the sun is starting to peek through the clouds, and we can tell that may stay, it may not. But let's go to meteorologist Lisa Green, who can give us a first look at the forecast. Lisa?
Good afternoon. It's been nice to see that sun peek through. That's helpful, especially when we're contending with strong winds and just kind of raw conditions out there today. It was tough this morning. We had some gusts in Langdon into the 50s. We're down to 21 miles per hour, so still breezy there. The wind out of the south or southeast, with some gusts still going into the 20s. Fargo a 28 mile per hour gust, and Badette gusting to 39. Now this southeasterly wind going to kind of make its way eastward. We get in a little bit of a break. You can see that here over by Devil's Lake and Oaks, but watch what happens as I move the shot, our camera here, over to the west. Intense winds in western North Dakota, Henninger at 54 miles per hour. Glasgow and Montana were at 58 miles per hour. Just last hour they had a gust to 68, and that is moving our way. So more winds will be picking up. They'll be turning westerly or northwesterly. In addition, we've had some mostly cloudy skies. There are some breaks starting up in the west. That's where we'll see a little more sun continuing on into the afternoon, and more clouds will break up. But you can also see that there are some spotty areas of some light rain or mixed precipitation affecting us here heading into the afternoon. Temperatures are warming up. We're into the 30s, even 40 in Devil's Lake, 37 in Fargo. And as we make our way through the afternoon hours today, we'll likely see Fargo in more places, or 40 in more places, including in Fargo Moorhead. So today, getting windy. Tomorrow, wind plus some snow has led us to raise a first alert weather day for your Wednesday. I'll have details on that in just a couple of minutes.
Well, here's hoping we get at least a little bit of sunshine today before we get to that first alert weather day.
I think some of us will. I think some of us will get to enjoy that brightening.
Thanks so much, Lisa. The North Dakota tax commissioner who was taken to a detox center yesterday has resigned. Bismarck police said they were called to a hotel yesterday for an unwanted person. Police say Ryan Rauschenberger tried to check into a room, but it wasn't ready. So he went into a vacant room that was being cleaned and wouldn't answer when management tried to get inside. Once police got in, they woke him up and determined that he was intoxicated beyond the point of being able to take care of himself. His resignation will go into effect on January 3rd, and Governor Burgum will appoint someone to finish out the remainder of his term. A Wisconsin jury begins deliberations today on the fate of Kyle Rittenhouse. The now 18-year-old charged in the shooting deaths of 2 men and wounding of a third during a night of violent protests in Kenosha last year. Legal experts say it could come down to the state's instruction on provocation. Reporter Nancy Chen explains.
We shouldn't have 17-year-olds running around our streets with AR-15s, because this is exactly what happens.
In closing arguments, prosecutor Thomas Binger portrayed Kyle Rittenhouse as an instigator looking for trouble who eventually found it. Prosecutors replayed video of the moment he shot and killed protester Joseph Rosenbaum before running away towards the crowd and police.
He does nothing to demonstrate to the crowd that he isn't a threat to kill again. And it turns out he does.
After killing Rosenbaum, Rittenhouse shot and killed Anthony Hubert and injured Gage Grosskroitz. Rittenhouse said both men attacked him, but prosecutors say the crowd believed he was an active shooter.
My client didn't shoot at anyone until he was chased and cornered.
While Rittenhouse's attorneys echoed his earlier claim of self-defense.
I didn't do anything wrong. I defended myself.
But the prosecution pointed to videos they say repeatedly showed Rittenhouse pointing his weapon at demonstrators.
If you created the danger, you forfeit the right to self-defense.
The provocation instruction will really become the linchpin of the jury's deliberations.
CBS legal analyst Ricky Kleeman says that argument could be pivotal to the jury's deliberations.
In the state of Wisconsin, if you are the person who provokes the ultimate act of violence, you have a duty to retreat.
Kleeman also tells us she expects deliberations to either be very quick or very long. Either way, people here are on close watch for a verdict. There are 500 National Guard members on standby for potential unrest. Nancy Chin, CBS News, Kenosha, Wisconsin.
Minnesota leads the nation in new COVID-19 cases based on population. CDC data shows the state with 472 cases per 100,000 people over the last week. Part of the regional surge that includes North Dakota, Wisconsin, Michigan, and Nebraska. Today, Minnesota reported that more than 10,000 new COVID cases. The majority of cases and deaths in Minnesota consist of unvaccinated people across all age group, according to state data. A former CEO of Sanford Health who left last year accepted a hefty severance package. IRS filings show Kelby Krabenhoft received more than $49 million, a combination of salary, incentive-based pay, severance, and 2 lump sum payouts from supplemental executive retirement plans. Krabenhoft left last November shortly after he sent an email to employees indicating that he would not wear a face mask because he considered it symbolic gesture. He said he'd already had COVID-19 and considered himself immune, though no specific reason was given for his resignation at the time. And Bethany Retirement Living Facilities in Fargo have rated high-performance nursing facilities by U.S. News and World Report. Both Bethany locations on 42nd Street and on University Avenue earned the Best Nursing Home designation. The 2 campuses received top scores for both short-term stays and for long-term care. More than 15,000 nursing facilities across the country were rated, and the ratings are based on U.S. News' own in-depth analysis from federal data centers of Medicare and Medicaid services. Coming up at noon, users of a popular app may be entitled to some money resulting from a settlement. But next, Lisa will be back with our look at weather to plan your day.